So it's all to play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Sorry, guys. Completely forgot how to add myself to the stream there for a minute. Welcome to Galway City. I'm standing outside a lovely shop here called Garrity's, where they have stuff on sale here behind me. Couldn't go into St. Nick's like I did last time, but in fairness, I just wanted to get a small bit of light in the situation. Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. I have to say I'm very, very pleased with that performance. I know that there's a lot of, looking at Twitter, and I think there's an awful lot of expectation of this football team. I think that I'm very much on the basis of, and sorry, I'm shivering here. My phone is going 90 to the gallon. I'm actually going to go over here out of the sun, or out of the light, should I say. I should have brought my jacket with me, but I'm very much of the opinion whereby a win is a win is a win. Any points are points, and look, you don't get any points for style in this league, as much now as we want them as fans. And you can see the camera is shaking here because I'm shivering because it's so cold out. I should have brought my jacket with me, but I thought there was some very good performances out there. I thought there was abject performances. I thought we could have done an awful lot more with the with what we had. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'll go like this. I'll sit on the floor. I thought we could have done an awful lot more than we did with the ball, but I would say that for what we had there, considering that our goalkeeper was sick during the week, our central striker was sick during the week, we didn't know what centre half partnership we potentially would put out. I think we did pretty well for the game that was in there. I thought Jared got his tactics spot on, and I know that's probably going to piss off a couple of people watching this podcast, but I think he did. It was dull as dishwasher water because we made it dull as dishwater at times. We stopped Southampton, we curtailed them, we stopped any pace that they get into it. They're not a good team as well, by the way. Don't get me wrong, they're not a good team, but we need to get wins on the board. We need to get confidence in the board. A game like this tonight for the likes of Ezri Konsa, I think is really great. I thought he was very good tonight. Mings is our best defender, and look, I'm going to keep on saying it. Mings is fantastic. Really was fantastic tonight. John McGinn had good and bad parts of the game. I know that's probably going to be controversial to some people. I thought there was times when he kicked fellas up in the air when he needed to, and we'd known us to do that. Obvious negative from the game today was Boubacar Kamara going off, but Douglas Luiz came in and played pretty well. But I think genuinely, and I genuinely believe this, not saying it to be salacious, not saying it to have a hot take or anything like that, but I believe that we went out there to make this as tight as possible, to get a 1-0 win, based on the way that we played. I thought Coutinho was good. Coutinho offered more width and more pressure than Leon Bailey did. So all in all, I actually believe that the players that I questioned beforehand, I'm not going to say every one of them, but I'm going to say the majority of them stepped up to the plate tonight. Ashley Young, I'm very confident in Ashley Young all of a sudden for the next 4 games. For the next 4 games, if he does play for the next 4 games, just say up until the international break, if he does play those games, I'm very confident. He looked very good out there tonight, really good. And I think he offers that stability. I think the fact that he doesn't go so far forward offers Konsa that stability. I think it offers Mings that stability. We saw Leandro Dendoncker come on. I don't think he touched the ball until he headed one out of play there at the end. But I think that I think that what we saw tonight was a team that needed to go out there and get a win. Lads, you can call it poor all you want. And you can say Coutinho wasn't crap. He wasn't crap. Coutinho was not crap tonight, lads. He just wasn't. He crossed the ball in for the goal that we got. He wasn't crap. You can call it boring all you want. I don't care. We get no style points in this league. Do you want to stay up or do you want to go down? And look, a win is a win. And it was bad in places, lads. I'm not sitting here saying it was a fantastic performance, but 3 points are 3 points. We've got a whole weekend ahead of us. Weekend ahead of us now to go in and enjoy 3 points. And 3 points mean more than fucking then like what happens if we got one all and we played brilliantly? Would people be happy with that? I don't know. I think Stephen Gerrard went out there, stifled the team. I think we did stifle Southampton. And it's a manager that's looking to save his job. It really is. It's a manager that's looking to save his job, and we can't expect Brazil like 70 whatever, you know. We can't expect Brazilian tactics going out there and just being balls to the wall and everything is going to go. I don't think we can expect that. But we can expect wins from the players that we have. And we can expect playing our way into form. And I thought at parts today we looked very coherent. We were slow on the ball. I'm granted, look, lads, I've not once at all in this whole thing said that we were a perfect team tonight. Not at all, because we weren't. We got a 1-0 scrappy win. And they're the kind of things that kick a team on. We got a 1-1 scrappy draw against Man City. So we've got 4 points when realistically it didn't look like we were going to get 4 points this season. And for me, I think that's progress. I don't think there's any other way of putting it, that it is progress, because points on the board is progress. I think that the style of play needs to change. And I think we've got an international break coming up, and hopefully that can happen. Hopefully Boubacar Kamara isn't too badly injured, because he's a Rolls Royce of a player. He's really, really good. Really, really good. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Guys, can anyone explain to me, when we watch it back, actually don't explain to me now. I'm going to do a Monday version of this podcast again. But I want to know how we were lucky to win. I'm seeing a couple of comments here in saying that we were lucky to win. And I don't think we were lucky to win. I think we were never in danger of losing. Would it be fair to say, actually, sorry, I'll phrase the question differently because I don't want to seem antagonistic, because I know I actually only just realised what you guys were saying there. We were lucky to win, as in we were lucky to score a goal. I 100% agree with that. But I don't think that we were lucky not to lose. I don't think we ever looked like we were going to lose. Would that be fair enough to say? Would that be a better way of saying it? Because I don't think we ever looked like we were going to lose. But the goal we got was very much a screwball scramble. Like we saw it. It came off a crossbar twice before we put it in the back of the net. Now, Gavin Bazzuno is a brilliant goalkeeper. As that save, the first save he made was brilliant, and he nearly got to the Jacob Ramsey save as well, which was absolutely excellent out of him. But thankfully it went in, and we had the VAR decision and everything. It was fantastic. But guys, I want to let you guys know, from when the Connacht Lions watch Aston Villa in Taft's Bar, County Galway, we're 3-0. No, we're not. We're 2-1-0. So we have never lost when we watch games together. So the big key to this is the Connacht Lions need to watch matches together in future. Let me look at a couple of comments. And look, guys, can I make myself, I suppose, a bit more clear? When I say there's maybe X, Y, and Z is happening, or there's negativity or whatever, I don't mean that from the core of my heart. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying because I might see a comment or whatever and I want to discuss it. So I apologise in case anybody gets their goat up on that, because I don't mean it that way, because as I say, everybody's 100% fair and free to feel the way that they want to feel. And I think it's okay if you feel a small bit deflated coming out of that game, because while I think we owned the game, I can understand why we were still piss poor in attack. So I wanted to make that a bit clear as well. Let's have a little look there. Let's go back there. It's very difficult on the phone, guys, as well, so I do apologise. Mike Wambald, I like this. The entire problem is still in the final third. How many times did we hear Dino say, post-match, we were lacking quality in the final third and it hasn't changed? I 100% agree. And that is a player issue. You mentioned Dino. I think that's very much a player issue, slowing it up. Although I will say that I think we tried a couple of things today. There was a couple of blind passes. There was a couple of flicks that we tried today that didn't quite come off. And who knows if we get on the same Simpacto level with Coutinho and Watkins and likes on that. Maybe they come off on another day. Maybe they don't. Maybe they never come off. I don't know. But I think there was very tentative kind of green shoots, I think, there. Snowflake says, Mings was my player in the match, closely followed by Phil. I think Mings was my player. I think Mings was very good. I'll have to watch it again to find a player in the match. I thought Boubacar Kamara for me was player in the match before he went off. but obviously went off early in the game. Buendia was fabulous when he came on, lads. And I spoke before the podcast, before the game, about what he offers being brought on and the energy he brings and the waspish nature of how he flies around the field. And you saw it there tonight. He was fantastic. And, it kind of tears me. Like, if anybody here remembers Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his playing days, like, he'd come on and he would be way better coming on than what he was when he started. I don't think Brendy is in that bracket yet, but by God was I delighted to see him come on and hear around the field and play those blind passes that were coming off more often than not and tear around the field. I thought he was very good. A couple of people saying Philip Coutinho was best player on the pitch tonight. I think he was good. I think he was better, than he was. But for me, I'm better than he played in a long time. Exactly. Rex Gold says, I don't mind seeing performances like this as long as we slowly improve throughout the season and show consistency. I'm of the same opinion, but I would add something in as long as we get points. Keown claiming Ramsey's goal was offside. It wasn't offside because Bellacaccio played the ball. New phase of play, therefore he's back onside again. So, Martin, read the rules. Thank you. Clean sheet is a big plus. Big plus. Clean sheet is a big plus. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It's the first one. Am I mistaken in saying it's the first one we've kept in something like 10 games? I think it might be. Where's AVFC Stato when you need him? I think it might be the first clean sheet we've kept since Southampton last season. Oh, sorry, since Norwich last season. Anybody in the comments want to tell me whether that's right or not? Lee Meredith says the Martinez make a save. Not of note. He came for crosses and he lay down on the ground a small bit, but I think we'll take that every day that we can do that. Mings was awesome. Says standing on the word. I think Mings is very good. Yeah. He's our best defender at this moment in time. I would have to disagree with this, Michael Heaney, and it's okay. I don't mind. Just like as I said, everyone's entitled whatever opinion they want. Kamara's all right. He ain't nothing transcendental. I disagree. I think he is for the team that we have. I think he's exactly what we need, and I think that if he's going to be out for a long period of time, that we will miss him. Rex Gold is dead right. Southampton never created a thing. I think they never created a thing because we weren't allowing the likes of Gineppo, we weren't allowing the likes of Adam Armstrong get runs on our players. They need to play when they play that 4-2-2-2 thing. They need to win it in midfield and then break sideways. I thought Ward-Prowse was pretty poor tonight as well, and I think that's one of the reasons why. Still boring to deck to watch, says Johnny Shee. Results are results. I think where we are at the moment. Was it the greatest game in the world? Absolutely not. No, but we've 3 points to come out of it. Like the game against Crystal Palace was exciting, but it was exciting for the wrong reasons. And I'll take boring with 3 points over exciting for the wrong reasons any day of the week. But I agree with what you're saying. We need to be better in the attacking third as well. And this is exactly it. While not exciting, we looked on top the whole game. Twiglet TG. That exactly is the phrase I wanted to use. I think we looked on top. I think we looked like the team that were more in control for the whole game as well. Where else are we? Matt, I agree with you as well. Southampton were completely stifled. A dull game, but Villa controlled it, and I think that's what we went out to do. And look, I'm okay with Steve with a tactic to go out there and be and to control the game and stop another team from playing, because that's not what we've done. Like, keeping clean sheets is vital. I've got people here behind me saying Villa. Brilliant. Love it. If I can convert the whole town, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Tuan, good to see you, Tuan. Always here. Thank you for commenting again. Mings has been a better player since his last captaincy, which was the goal. Kudos to him. That's actually a good point. Mings gets in his own head, and he's very much about the mental side of things, and that's a new age player, and that's fantastic, and we need to respect that as well. But I would agree with that he's been a more dependent player since that, for sure, and I 100% agree with you as well. I'm not sure. I don't know whether I agree or disagree with this, actually. I don't have an. Let me think about this one. The players are getting worse, in my opinion, but I'm happy with the clean sheet, 3 points, and Ramsey to get a goal. this is the start of the phrase. The start of the thing. The players are getting worse. I suppose the players are not playing to my expectation. Would be the way I would put that. But am I expecting the wrong thing? As in, should we get used to dour draws or dour wins like this? Is this what we need to get used to? I don't think Steven Gerrard knows his tactics yet. I don't know. I don't think he knows his full setup yet. And that's why I had to pause for this. If this was 3 weeks ago, I would say, you're dead fucking right. You're dead right. No, they're getting worse. Blah, blah. And I would have been fire and brimstone. But I genuinely believe, and that's a criticism of Steven Gerrard. Don't get me wrong. That is a criticism. I still even think in a win, it's okay to criticize the manager, that he's still, like, we fumbled around last time, we got a draw. We fumbled around this time, we got a win. Let's see if we can stack these together and take this and take the bad feeling away, should I say. Fight Plains ask how many Villa fans are there in Galway. You'd be surprised, a lot more than you would think, because Eamon Deasy is a massive name, a massive figure here in Galway. We had 9 people tonight, and we had about 11 or 12 excuses they couldn't show up. So we could have potentially had 20 people watching at Taps Bar. That's only the 20 people that I know about. I know that there's a whole other faction that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s that would have watched them in DC. So there's I would go so far as to say there's probably the bones of 100 Aston Villa fans in Galway City alone. Galway County, there could be 500 to 600 Aston Villa fans. It's a huge hotbed for Aston Villa. But thanks a million for asking that, because it's something we want to grow here, because hey, we're undefeated. We're undefeated. Everyone should be here. We're undefeated. Guys, I'm actually going to leave it pretty soon. I want to just, because I am freezing. I can't display to you how cold it is right now. Look, 3 points is 3 points. 3 points is 3 points. And I will leave this as well, because I have 2 things to say about John McGinn today. John McGinn couldn't pass water today. His passing was actually, but what did he do? Kick fellas up in the air. And you know what? He played in the double pivot. I didn't want to start and lead with the double pivot today, because I'm not 100% sure whether they played in the double pivot for the whole game. I want to watch the game back again on Monday. I'm going to come back and do a tactics analysis, because I think this is a really interesting game. I think this is how Steven Gerrard wanted it to happen. I think he's a man. He was a man saving his job today, and I think he did a good job of it, even though we were disappointed with the attacking flair. But I want to go back and watch. If John McGinn was in a double pivot, he took it to heart about kicking fellas up in the air, and I think he did it. But his passing was pretty so-so, if you were to ask me. Right, lads, I am going to leave you at that. Thank you so much. Jesus, 200 people watching this. Watching a fella sitting on the ground in Galway outside Sheridan's cheese shop and a church right here. I'm going to go back in for a few more pints. I really appreciate it, everybody. You've been absolutely amazing. Thanks so much. If you give us a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Aston Villa have a win. We're on to 7 points. 7 points. 7 points for the season. It'd be interesting to see if my mate who works in Paddy Powers was right. Be interesting to see tomorrow what the relegation odds are in Aston Villa if they go out to 6-1, 7-1, based on what he told me during the week. It'd be interesting to see that. But look, Aston Villa have a win. We can all be happy with that. They can't rule our weekend anymore. So thanks very much, everybody, for watching, and thanks everybody for listening in. I really appreciate it. You guys are the absolute bomb. And up the Villa from Galway, up the Villa from Sheridan's cheese shop, and up the Villa from a really freezing St. Nicholas's Church. Catch you again on Monday. I'll be back again with another podcast then. Enjoy your weekend, and yeah, once again, 3 points up the Villa.